Right, good evening everyone and welcome to Premier Division. It is China and we just finished with Q2 and that's purely because of load shedding. I just want to check the sound and make sure that everything is fine. And yeah, but there we go. It is a wet quali but a dry race for Premier Division. It's round 1 of season 6 and we've got Sims on top with Jaden, which is Nightil. He's in second, Speedarkalik in third, Yaku and Nick fourth and fifth, Josh, Super D, Grim, Hamrick. We've lost Bob and Tunable. And in Q1, I think we've lost 0 to Cool, and I can't remember who it was, but we've lost another driver in Q1. So it's off to Q3 we go. So there should be 10 drivers here from Arnu upwards towards Sims. 10 drivers to fight it out. Good to see that both Red Bulls has gone through, so I'm a bit biased here tonight, but hopefully you can excuse me for that. Right, so while we do the sound check, we're waiting for Q3, and then we'll get going again. Right, so we're back with Q3, and it looks like everyone is out on a lap except for Speedarkalik. It's a pit. Apparently he's got an issue, and he's going to hopefully restart. Grim and Sir Hamrick also still in the pits, and let's just get some information up for everyone. Alright, so there we go. So it is the Alpha Towers, both of them are out. Negation. So it's a new season, different teams or different driver pairings as well as different constructors this season. A Premier Division, hopefully we can get some more drivers in. But Division 2 last night, what a race, what a qualifying by Division 2. Everyone was extremely close. And a big shout out to Weber Red Far for the comms that he did last night. So brilliant to Weber, and thank you very much for him. And it was a great race from Division 2. It is unfortunate that load shedding is currently happening, so we've got a couple of drivers that is missing. But hopefully we can see someone's dicing the safety car. Weird. But yeah, hopefully we can get some more drivers in the lobbies during next week, when load shedding stops here. But at the moment it is all about these 10 drivers. I'm not sure why the safety car's out on track. Maybe he's also on a hot lap. But yeah, there we go. So it's both Alpha Tauri. So like I mentioned before, it's two it's brand new teammates and brand new teams. I'm going to be teaming up with Negation in the Alpha Tauris. And a good showing, I think, by the Alpha Tauris last night as well. And then we've got Super D and Josh in the Red Bulls. And so both of them representing their teams. We've got one Alfa Romeo, and that is Speedarkalik, who's battling to get out of the pits. Some technical issues there for him. And then we've got Jaden Nightil in the Williams. Some of the weird reason he's ghosting. He is in the Williams. And then we've got Yaku. We need to get him a teammate for this season. We'll start working on that. He is in the Alpine. And yeah, then we've got Sims, which is the McLaren. It's the only McLaren through. Grim in the other Williams is on track at the moment. And then only one McLaren, which is Hamrick. So maybe the safety car's only glitching for me. It's seems like people are driving through it. So weird. So don't pay too much attention to the safety car. At the moment, it is Nick Ishan fastest with a 1:31.9. That's much faster than I thought the guys would be on their first laps out. But this is just banker laps. So they're just going to try to get to that. And that's immediately topped by Josh with a 1:31.738. So 2 tenths faster than Negishan. Sims goes third with a 1:31.9. Super D in fourth. I don't know who's just put a lap up. Just want to see Grim should be the next one out. And a bit of a wobble there for him. And Grim is crossing the line at 1:31.669. So yep, the cat's amongst the pigeons. And that is provisional pole for Grim and the Williams. With Josh in second, Nick in third, Sims, Super D, and then Arno Gous 1:32.491. We're still waiting for Sir Hamrick and Speed Alcoholic to get out of the pits. But that is the first round of shots being fired here. Only one lap really on these softs. I don't think there's 2 laps in these softs. Tire degradation, quite bad. Yeah, it's tire degradation on this track is massive. So we'll see. See Boinkies just joined, so that's great news. So he's got electricity back, so well done to him. And he will join us for the race. All the start at the back of the grid. But that lines up for some good racing for us tonight to see him come through the field. And I just want to see. Yep. So everyone has fired their first shots. We're still waiting for Speed and Sir Hamrick. Maybe they've just used. I see Speed has just joined the session, so he's obviously sorting out his issues from his side. But maybe they used a bit of more softs than what they should. But tire degradation, like I was saying, is very high on this track. So it's going to be difficult to do a one-stopper on the softs. I saw a couple of guys. I'm not sure what happened in Q2. I just caught the last end of it, but it looked like it was inters. So you can really start on any tire that you want to in qualifying or on the race. So it's going to be interesting to see what the cars do. So it will be a free tyre choice for Premier Division on the grid formation. And 5 minutes and 40 seconds left. So Grim is doing the Mark Webber thing without a helmet. And yeah, I think there's cars going out. It looks like the Alpines. Yeah, it is Yaku. And just in front of him, it could be Jaden. Let's just have a look. No, it's an Alpha Tauri, so that should be Nick. And it is Nick. Yeah, so everyone's going for 2 runs like we saw last night in Division 2. A great lap by Maxstar last night to get pole. And a good points finish for him as well. But yeah, it is. It's going to be interesting to see if we can do a one-stopper tonight. I don't think on the softs it is possible. Although I've had discussions with the Red Bull team, they think or seem to think that it's possible. So I'm not sure if that's the case. But we'll keep an eye out tonight to see if the guys can actually do that. And then Bradley Smith is saying, "Let's go Knight." Yeah, some support coming through there for Jaden. So Knight, that is his new PSN ID. So Knight, Jaden will start racing under Knight as from this evening. So yeah, but it's going to be interesting to see tyres chat. Some people saying soft mediums to the end. Not sure if that's going to happen. And not a lot of drivers on the grid tonight, so it reduces the risk of a safety car. But you might see some guys on the mediums and then do the hards. Safety cars last night played a role in Division 2, so the guys were opting for a 2-stop strategy last night due to the safety cars coming out. But hopefully we won't see a Bert Mylander tonight in the safety car. Hopefully it will be clean. Let's see who's the first guy over the line. That is going to be Nick Gishan. So let's stick with Nick and see how his lap unfolds. So Nick Gishan currently, he is 3 tenths off pole and a bit, maybe 2 tenths and some small change. Well, 2 tenths, yeah, almost 3 tenths. So he's off that. So we'll monitor his sector times. And then behind him is Yaku. So we'll flip between the two. So Nick is a tenth and a half up already. Let's have a look at Yaku, if he's up or down. Yaku is almost a tenth up, so we'll monitor these two drivers for now. Just want to get to sector 2 with Nick and see what his sector times will be like, and then we're just going to jump back to Yaku and see. Ooh, almost weird that he didn't invalidate there, but a good line there. Yaku sticking with Nick here, so this is tending to be a good lap. Nick lost a little bit of time there, probably about a tenth or so, but he's still a tenth up. Let's see what Yaku did. Yaku is almost 3 tenths up, so almost 4 tenths for Yaku, so a good year by. So Nick, if Nick can carry that tenth ahead, it's not going to bring him closer, or it's not going to put him on the front row, but it might put some distance between him and Sims, which is very close at the moment, a couple of hundreds between them. And it's all about sector 3 now to see where they cross the line. After this, we'll jump quickly back to Arnu and see how they go. So Nick's going to cross the line now. Where's that going to drop him? And a little bit of time gained, the 1:31.818, but it's not good enough for the front row so far for Nick. So I don't think he's got enough time to do that again. I just want to see Yaku, big improvement by him. That drops him into 5th. Super D is on an outlap at a moment. Arnu is a second down, so we'll see. Arnu might start another lap. So yeah, 2 seconds down. Yeah, so we'll have a look at Grim and Super D. They are both on outlaps. Let's just have a look. Josh is on a lap. He is 4 tenths up almost. So I forgot about Josh there in the Red Bull. So this looks like a stellar lap there by Josh. And let's see if this can pip pole position for him. Oh, don't invalidate there. Kept the car nice on track. And that is a 1:31.1. My word, that is very quick. And that's a great lap by Josh to put him up into provisional pole. But Grim is still out. So is Yaku, but I think Yaku's coming in for an in-lap. Arnu is basically square with his time. Not sure if there's enough in those tyres to take him through. Jaden currently in 8th position. He's got a 1:32.7. So he needs to find some time. Let's see what his sector 2 time looks like. And see if he's up. Yeah, he's about half a tenth up. That will take him into the low 1:32s. That will jump Arnu at that stage, but probably not enough to get close to Super D or Yaku. But let's have a look at his sector 3 times. Let's follow Knight around the last part of the track, down the back straight. Dior is wide open. Alpha Tower in front of him, but that's not going to interfere with his hot lap. Nice braking zone, getting the power on nicely. So let's see where this is going to drop Knight. Yeah, and there we go, 1:32.1. That was good enough to get ahead of Yaku and Super D. So great lap there by Knight. Just want to see Super D is on a lap at the moment. So let's have a look at him. His teammate currently, Josh, is on pole. So let's see what the other Red Bull can do. And see if he can make it a front row lockout for the Red Bull. So that's a purple sector 2. And half a tenth up there by Super D, so that will take him to 1:31.8 more or less, and that will be very close to Nick Gishan. But Nick puts a lot of time there between him and Sims, so Sims has crossed the line. That's over for him. Nick is over. He's not going to improve. Speed Alcoholic is not going to improve. So let's see Super D. He is out at the moment, so he was 5.5 tenths up through sector 2. So let's see what sector 3 does for him. And there we go. That is a front row lockout for the Red Bull. My word. So that's first and second for Red Bull, Josh and Super D. Anyone out on track? Grimjaw is not going to do this. Yeah, he's going to go back into the pits. He was a tenth up, but I think he knew that was just not enough. So that's qualifying over for him. Jaden is still on a lap. Not sure if he used the first lap to be a warm-up lap. Let's see where this puts Knight. So Knight 1:32.1. That's good enough for 6th for him at the moment. Arno, yeah, and Speed and Sir Hamrick. So that seems to be qualifying done. There's 1 minute and 20 seconds left. But surprise, surprise tonight with the Red Bull front row lockout with Josh and Super D in first and second, Grim in third, Nick Gishan in fourth. And as we wait for the timer to count down, we'll do some admin quickly and we'll be back with you. Right, so we're back, done with glitching. We missed the race start there, unfortunately. Yeah, this game is broken for most of the time anyway. Anyway, it is Super D leading into turn 1. We did not see what happened to Josh. He's all the way in a 7th on those softs. I just want to see if he's got any damage. It doesn't look like he's got any damage on that Red Bull. But Super D decided to go for the soft. Grim on the mediums. Speed Alcoholic and Negation. Arnu Gous, Boinkies and Knight decided to go for the hards. Medium runners, Grim, Tunable and Yaku Nagel, Tunable and Sims. But at the moment it is, I just want to see what's the closest battle. So Yaku is 0.4 of a second. Yeah. DRS will be enabled the next lap and everyone is extremely close. It's only Jaden. I don't think he's in his car at the moment, so he's obviously got load shedding. Unfortunately for him, it was great to see him back with us, and unfortunately that was cut short by load shedding. But it is Super D who's got the fastest lap so expect the soft runners to pull away slightly from the guys in the beginning. But after lap 5 and lap 6, those tires are going to be really in a bad condition. Although they are new, so they might go to lap 6 or 7. But the medium runners, by then, they will be on par with the softs. So it's going to be interesting to see what Grim can do. Tunable, Yaku. Speed Alcoholic and Nick, they're bargaining on not having any issues in terms of safety cars. So they want to go long on the first stint. And so far, so good. So no Bert Mylander so far. But it is a Red Bull leading a Mercedes, Sir Hamrick. He is currently in 2nd, Mr. Shower Boy. Grim in 3rd, Bob keeping them honest. The Ferrari, he's currently in 4th position. Josh has made some place up. Josh currently in 6th position and he's chasing after Speed Alcoholic. He should be able to get past Speed very quickly, and if he needs to get back to where he was, I mean, he had a front row start, so I'm not sure what happened in turn 1, but I'm sure the stewards will have a busy one. But I can see it looks like Bob is lining up. Grim, yeah, Bob on the softs. He needs to make this work. And he does. Yeah, so Bob through into 3rd position in the Ferrari. And they need to start pulling away from Grim, because Grim is on the mediums, so these tires are going to last much longer. So we'll see how he goes along. But D is pumping in the laps, 1:35.373 for Super D at the moment. Josh now, it's going to be interesting to see how quickly he can get past Speed Alcoholic on those hards. Further down the field, Top Dog, and I'm pretty sure he might have some damage. So let's just see him coming into the pits. No, he's just doing his mandatory pit stop. He's going on to the mediums. Oh yeah, there is a nose change for him. So a bit of damage for him. Not sure where he picked that up. We've missed that, unfortunately. But he's out in the medium, so he's definitely going to do a 2-stopper. There's no way he's going to get through those mediums. So 2-stopper waiting for him. And not pulling a big gap from Grim at the moment. Josh still stuck behind Speed Alcoholic on those softs. And Speed doing a great job here on those hards at the moment, keeping them honest. The hard is the slower compound tyre if you're new to F1, so the hard is the slower compound tyre. Slightly faster than medium, and obviously the optimal tyre is the softs. More pace but less durable. DRS wide open for Josh, but yeah, he's not pushing too hard at the moment, not boosting too much. But yeah, he's currently in 6th position. I see there's some position changes. Yaku being overtaken by 0 to Cool. Yeah, 0 on the soft, so he needs to get after Negation very quickly. And Hanku looking very racy at the moment in the Mercedes. Is he going to have a go at Nick on the inside? Is Nick going to close the door? Nick keeps it nice and open for Hanku. A little bit of hello there. It's not going to be that easy. But you expect Hanku to get superior grip out of these corners. Great view here from the front wing. No flexing. It's going to go around the outside and it's going to try to do the cut under. Yeah, there we go, the undercut. So keeping a little bit, he's been a bit delayed here by Nick, but Nick doing a stellar job currently, an 8 on those hard, so he's only going to stop once. He might go soft hard or hard soft, but Hanku getting slightly frustrated. The same with Josh is past Speed Alcoholic eventually, so the Red Bull driver up into 5th position. The gap now between Super D and Bob 1 second, followed by Sir Hamrick. He's 1.4 seconds further down. But Grim, yeah, there we go. Grim looking racy here on Sir Hamrick. He's going to go on the inside. What is Sir Hamrick going to do? DR is very powerful. So Josh is also having a sniff here at Sir Hamrick. No penalties so far. Yaku Nagel gained a position on Nick, so he eventually got past the hard-running Nick Gishin, so he's up into 9th position. And Bob now in within DRS from Super D. But we're following this train here, this DRS train, and this train is led by Grim. So Grim on the mediums, followed by Josh, followed by Sir Hamrick. So Sir Hamrick, yeah, lost 2 positions in the space of 2 corners. So he's down in 5th position. So expect the soft runners to come in around about lap 6-7, I would estimate. And medium runners can probably go to about lap 15-16, brand new mediums. It would be beneficial for the soft runners to have a safety car now, but let's not put the jinx on anyone. Boinky is all the way from the back of the grid on the hards. He's currently in 13th, Arnu in 12th on the hards as well. Alright, let's go further down the field. So Nigishin, he's at the back of Zero to Cool, and they trailing. It looks like Yaku is in front there. Yeah, so Yaku is leading this second DRS train basically, or a third one really if you want to call it, with Zero and Nick. Hanku would really love to get past Yaku as quick as possible on those softs. And before you wipe your eyes out, Simpson Arden is going to join this. So someone is ducked into the pits. That is Chinable. Not sure if he's got any damage. Not sure why he wants to pit so early on those mediums. Yeah, he's got an end plate missing. So maybe a little bit of contact there for him. So he's put on the hard. He's going for a one-stopper. Right, so these 4 guys are at it at the moment. Super D, Bob, Grim and Josh. They're all in DRS from each other. Grim looking super handy at the moment with those mediums, sticking with the soft runners. And you can see around about lap 6, 7, those mediums are just going to be in prime position. And it's going to be interesting to see how long these softs, they might just stay out and try to keep Grim behind them. Everyone getting big speed differential, yeah, except for Super D. He's in front. No DRS for him because there's no car in front of him, but he's doing a stellar job at the moment, boosting a little bit of his ERS. He's trying to stay in front. Bar behind him, Grim, and then Josh is caught up nicely with them as well. And a little bit further back is Speed Alcoholic, doing a great job there in 5th on those hards. And he's not losing any time to these guys, so he's looking super racy. And he's due for a good result. Last season didn't go his way, but this is a fresh start for everyone. Season 6, first race, round 1, China. Next week we are off to Canada. And yeah, it will be good if you can have a good start to the season. It's all about scoring consistent points. This season we've got combined constructors. So the Premier Division and Division 2 team points will be combined into one constructors championship. So we let the guys pick their teammates across divisions. So it's going to be interesting at the moment. It is the Red Bull leading the Ferrari from the Williams of Grim. Josh a further bit down, and he's going to be under pressure from Speed Alcoholic. Yeah, Speed going around the outside. Josh not fighting that too hard. So let's see if anyone pit. This is lap 6. Maybe someone will make the call and start the pit thing going, but Josh is not. He is going to follow Speed Alcoholic, so he maybe wants to just sit in his DRS and try to build up some engine recovery there for him. So no movement up front. Super D, Bob and Grim still as they were. Further down the field, Arnu is now in 11th, so points being allocated to 12th position. Arnu is on the hards. So Nick, Arnu and Boinkies all on the hards. And Nick is in 9th, Boinkies in 10th, Arnu in 11th. And then we had Top Dog who had that pit stop, Tunable who had a pit stop. And let's just have a look at pit stops. Yeah, so Top Dog and Tunable both went into the pits. Grim now getting very close to Bob, and Speed Alcoholic is joining this train here, and I tell you what, he looks super fast on those hards. No one's getting away from him, and just take note that that is the slowest tire compound that you can use this evening, so he's doing a stellar job at the moment there. Right, just popping in on the chat here. So Shakes is saying that Knight's got load shedding. He's also up for the Ferrari boys. Bernard Down is saying, never thought I would ever cheer on a Mercedes. It happens. Glad I'm not you. Johanna is saying, let's go boys. Puna is saying, let's go AlphaTauri. Obviously, great race by the AlphaTauri team last night. And Tormund is saying Forza Ferrari. So at the moment, the Ferrari guys, Bob is in 10th position, but he's made the call and pitted for a fresh set of mediums. Josh went into the pits for a fresh set of mediums. Grim still out, Speed Alcoholic still out. Super D is still out on those 8-lap old softs. Right, a bit of a mess there in the last two corners, but Super D has gone into the pits, and that's his mandatory pit stop. So Grim leading at the moment. He still needs to pit. Speed Alcoholic on the hards. He still needs to pit, same as Yaku, same as Sims. Boinkies, Arnu, Nick. Bob has pitted fresh mediums for him. Josh has pitted fresh mediums, and Super D into the pits, fresh mediums for him. Ricky Lowe saying Speed Alcoholic looks in a great position. I think he's in an awesome position at the moment. Ricky, I mean, Rickers, he is on the hard compound tyre, and he's got, what, 18th between him and Grim. The time differential between the two tyres, about 0.7 of a second. So Speed Alcoholic doing a stellar job here, and hopefully his internet lost, and hopefully he doesn't have load shedding, because this is turning out to be a great race for him. Also great race by Yaku at the moment. So Yaku started on the mediums. Yeah, he's up into third. Sims, yeah, they still need to pit, but they can go long. So we'll monitor the gap. Bob, Josh, Top Dog. Well, really, Bob, Josh, Super D is the guys that we need to look at, who's pitted already. So Bob currently 21 seconds away from the leader, followed by Josh, followed by Top Dog. Super D, what's going on with them? Oh, horrible for him. Big spin there for him. Josh has put up the fastest lap, a 1:35.118. It doesn't look like there's any damage to that Red Bull. And like I said earlier, it is not the easiest track is China. And personally, probably after Monaco, worst track for me with Jeddah. But D finding it very difficult on those mediums. He's currently in 13th, but I've learned never give up. Things might come to you. A safety car will change anything and everything. It will put the cat amongst the pigeons. So yeah, don't lose faith. It might look like you are 57 seconds behind the leader, but you might just be 3 seconds behind the leader after a couple of laps of the safety car. So hold on there, Super D. Things might come to you. So we're still waiting for Grim, Speed Alcoholic, Yaku, Sims, Boinkies, Nick. I see there is a position change. So Bob has gone around the outside of Arnegos. So those mediums working nicely on those 10-lap old hards now. So the hard runners, they can probably get to about lap 10, lap 20, 21, then pit for the softs if there's no safety car. So Speed Alcoholic looking really good at the moment. If we look at pit stop, so if the leaders do pit now, it seems like I think that Bob might just come out in the lead in that Ferrari. Someone is in the pits. There we go. Simpson in the pits. He's pulled the trigger. Yaku's pulled the trigger on lap 11. Yaku's going for a brand new set of hards. Sims is going for another set of mediums. So Sims might do a two-stopper here. I think he started the race on mediums, and he's on mediums again. Yeah, there we go. So he's going to have to do another stop. But Yaku has gone for the hards. So Yaku looking pretty at the moment in 8th. He does not have to stop again. So he will be chasing after Bob and Josh, who has stopped, and who probably doesn't have to pit again. And we'll see what Grim and Speed Alcoholic does in the next couple of laps. Good race there by Top Dog, 8-lap old mediums. He's currently in 10th position. And Boinkies is up into 3rd. So these hard runners who started the race on hards is doing a great job here. Speed Alcoholic, Boinkies, Nikishan, they all started on the hards and still need to pit. Yes, they will lose time in the pit stop, but they will come out on the faster tyre, have more grip at the end. So yeah, you never know. But like I said, they're in a prime position for a safety car now, because if the safety car does come out now, that is actual physical track position for them. So with 15 laps to go, yeah, in China, round 1. Let's see how that goes. Right, now Sims getting all over the back of Yaku. So Yaku on those hards. Sims sort of brand new set of mediums. So all Yaku need to do is if Sims does get past, just try to stick with him. Those hards are just going to be a bit of a battle in the beginning, but it will benefit him at the end. Right, we just joined back, and it's Sims on the inside of Yaku. Is he going to make that stick? Yeah, he does. Yaku is just happy to let him go. And I've got a funny suspicion Yaku just want to try to stick with him, use him as a marker, try to stick with him, and then make those hards work at the end of the race, barring that there will be no safety car. So Speed and Boinkies are still out. Grim has pitted. He's on the hards. He is just behind Josh. Josh is on the mediums. So you can see the Ferrari driver just in, or the Red Bull driver just in front of him. So Josh in front, he's chasing after Bob, the Ferrari driver. So they hypothetically don't need to pit again. But it's all about, can those medium last so long? And what Speed Alcoholic has shown us is that these hards is really a good race tire this evening. Boinky is 13 seconds behind Speed Alcoholic. Negation now in third. And he's the first one with penalties up. So I gather he's got a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, a 3-second time penalty. That is for track invalidation. And further down, it looks like, yeah, Arnu and Sims getting into a real battle here, and Yaku's joined the party, so is Top Dog. And Sims is literally pushing Arnu forward. So let's see, are they going to be 3 adrift? No, they're not. So Sims does go, oh, there's a touch. I'm not sure if that was contact with Arnu, but Sims, there was contact. He's now all the way down into 10th, but there is 13 laps left. We've only just gone over halfway, so there is plenty of time for Sims to correct this. But I'm not sure if there was anything between him and Arnu, but that might be referred to the stewards, but we'll leave that for after the race. Now he's now 7 seconds behind Grim. Yaku is on those 2-lap olds. So Arnu, let's just have a look at if there is anyone that needs to stop. So Arne still needs to stop. He started on those hards. Boinkies also need to stop, the same as Nick and the same as Speed Alcoholic. So it's going to be interesting to see when Arne and these guys. But so probably a lap, I would expect lap 2021. Put on the softs and then hope for a safety car and then take it from there. So yeah, there we go. Some overtakes happening here. It looks like Bob has gone past Negation. Yeah. And Josh has caught up with Bob very nicely. Super D is still in 12th, 8 seconds behind Tunable after that spin from Tunable. So DRS train happening here. It is led by Bob. Then we've got Nick. Ooh, having a look, there is Josh. And he goes on the inside. The space is being left, which is great to see. And he's will probably go wide to give space on the outside. Great racing by these guys, giving each other the respect that they deserve. Good racing. Just remember that Nick still needs to pit. But yeah, Nick can start building up some ERS here and try to stick with these guys in front. And just stick in their DRS zone. But it is Speed Alcoholic that's still leading by 14 seconds. He hasn't pitted. Yaku has managed to get past Arne Gous on those hards, those 15 lap or 16 lap old hards. Top Dog is now going to line up Arne, and then Tunable is at the back there. Sims has made a pit stop. Sims has gone in and he's put on a set of hards, so he's going to go to the end. He's not going to stop again. Right, so Grim is now also getting past Negation. So Nick now down into 6th position and still hoping for a safety car. But we haven't seen Bert Mylander out tonight yet, which is great from these guys. 11 laps to go here in round 1, China Premier Division. And as we have a look here, Top Dog, ooh. And it seems like a bit of a battle here between Top Dog, Arnu. Guys giving us the elbows out here. Very feisty. It looks like someone ducked into the pits there. I'm not sure if it was anyone. Yeah, it is Arne. He's going to pit. What is he going to pit for? It's probably going to be mediums. He's not going to get through on softs. So Arne into the pits. Let's see what waits for the AlphaTauri driver. Yeah, and that is a brand new set of mediums for Arnu. He's gonna come out in front of Super D. And is Super D into the pits? No? Weird. Alright, it is Hanku that's gone into the pits. Right, surprise, surprise, safety car out. It looked like Sims lost the car. It is a safety car. That's going to play in Boinkies' favour, in Nick's favour. These guys can pit now and hopefully try to keep track position. Let's see where Boinkies is on track. Yeah, he's going to pit now. You can bet your bottom dollar he's going to jump into the pits. You can bet your bottom dollar Nick Gishin is going to go into the pits. And I'm not surprised, you might just see everyone jump in. So Boinky's in, Bob in, Josh in, Grim in, Nicky Shin in, Speed Alcoholic stays out. He fancies those mediums. But this is a busy time in the pit lane. Everyone has pitted. Boinky's, Bob, Josh, Grim, Nick, and Yaku. Just having a look, Tunable is coming down the straight, so I'm not sure if he's going to pit. Arnu might just pit, Super D might pit. I think everyone's just going to pit for softs. Let's see, Grim has put the softs on, so has Bob, so has Josh. Boinkies has gone for the mediums. Speed Alcoholic stayed out on those mediums. He pitted before the safety car, so that worked nice in his favour. Nick has gone on to the mediums. Let's see what Yaku Nagel has done. He's put on a brand new set of mediums. Top Dog on softs. Arnu mediums. Let's see what the other Red Bull driver does. Super D, this is redemption. He can make up for this. He can make up for that spin that he had. And bet your bottom dollar he's going to go. Yeah, I just knew this is going to be soft. The two Red Bull drivers going extremely aggressive here. Every point is so vital in this 12 race championship before we get into 2022. So yeah, 0 to cool Hanku. We haven't seen much of him tonight. A bit of a difficult night for him in the Mercedes. He swapped seats from last season. He was in the Aston Martin, I think, last season. So he swapped seats to Mercedes. His teammate Sir Hamrick is unfortunately out. So while the safety car is out and everyone has made their pit stops, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back with the restart. And we're back, and we're still following the safety car shakes. I think the coffee for Mr. Com's. Mate, I tell you, if I ever end up on an island alone, deserted, they better make sure that I have an espresso machine there, because I can do without a lot of stuff in my life, but that's just one of those things I cannot do without. So, yeah, the espresso is made. It smells nice. So, yeah, it is almost as good as the racing tonight. So, it is an interesting Premier Division race in China. We've had 3 retirements, Sims, well actually 2, Sims and Sir Hamrick. A couple of guys couldn't race due to load shedding. But it is Speed Alcoholic who showed some great pace on those hards. And was looking very pretty. So let's see if he can get this hooked up. Boinky's the biggest winner here. Started on those hards, put it on the safety car, and then retained at second position. Bob on the softs, Josh on the softs, Grim on the softs. Then we've got Nick Gishin, a good recovery from him, and 6th with the mediums. Yaku in 7th. Top Dog on brand new softs, Arnu, and then a bit of a recovery there for Tunable and Super D. Both had spins earlier during the race. But Tunable is on the soft, and so is Super D, and so is Hanku. 0 to cool. So the safety car is going to be out for another lap. And hopefully, yeah, this will probably be the last lap, or the last lap. I see everyone has caught up. And we can get going. So it's going to be 8 laps of sprint. It's going to be interesting to see. Hopefully those are brand new softs that the guys have put on. If it's used softs, they're going to be in a bit of trouble. The mediums will be brand new for Speed Alcoholic and Boinky, so that will be new. And the same for Nick, Yaku, and for Arno. So it's all about the restart, doing it the right way, not unnecessary accelerating or braking in a straight line. But at the moment it is Speed Alcoholic who's keeping it nice and tidy. We'll start racing basically on lap 21, and then I think it will be 2 laps without the DRS while safety conditions is still in place. So we'll probably should have DRS around about lap 23, and then hopefully we can see some overtakes before the end of the race. But at the moment it is looking pretty for Alfa Romeo. They've got Speed Alcoholic, which is the only driver unfortunately tonight. He is currently in 1st position. And then only 1 Ferrari tonight as well in Bob. 2 Red Bulls, Josh and Super D, 4th and 11th. And we'll keep on monitoring the safety car lights and see when that goes out. I think that's gone out. Yep, safety car, is it out? Stop weaving Speed Alcoholic so we can see. Yeah, safety car lights are out, so this will be prepping for the race start. Everyone trying to get engine temperatures up, trying to burn some fuel. The Speed Alcoholic trying to get those mediums up, so is Boinky's. Josh, Grim taking it nice and steady, the same as Josh. Probably don't want to take too much life out of that tires. But we are going to stick, I think, let's stick with Bob through this one, or maybe, yeah, let's stick with Bob during the race restart. It will give us a nice a view from the back to see what the guys get up to, and also in the front to see if Speed Alcoholic can hold on to that. He's going to have a supercharging Boinkies behind him. And then obviously the fast guys on the softs, Bob, Josh, Grim, Top Dog, Tunable, Super D, and 0 to cool. So yeah, safety cars in. It looked like Speed Alcoholic, yeah, he kept it nice, pulled the trigger nice and early, no fancy tricks from him, and a good race start by everyone, no one doing anything funny. Right, and it is Speed Alcoholic that's leading after the restart. And he's followed by Boinkies. It's going to be, yeah, now it's to see what the soft guys can do. Can Josh, can Bob, can Grim get past these 2 medium runners in front? We saw or the early race stages that the mediums kept up nicely with the softs. The softs did not do what we expected it to do, which is supposed to be what is it, 1.3 seconds faster than the mediums. But we really didn't see that. But yeah, it does look like Bob's got it hooked up now. Boinkies is slightly battling, so DR is still not enabled due to safety conditions still at play. Bob's going to probably go on the inside. Yeah, he is probably going to try to break a little bit later than Boinkies. Let's have a look from the back of Josh to see how it gets done. Yeah, the Ferrari driver is through on Boinkies, so he's up into second. He's chasing after Speed Alcoholic now, and let's see if Josh can also get past Boinkies as soon as possible on those softs. But is the softs going to last? Has Boinkies pulled them a trick here? Ooh, Josh having a look on the inside. Superior grip on those softs, keeping it nice and tidy. Well done by both these drivers. Boinkies giving him all the space he needs, and Josh obliged to that. No big elbows out from these two drivers, and that just brought Grim into play now as well. Nick Gishan still in 6th position on those mediums. He's sticking with the guys. He can see Grim getting feisty, and yeah, he's just waiting for a mistake from these guys. But it does look like Josh, ooh, my word. Yeah, Josh needs to get past very quickly because he knows these softs are going to go off extremely quick, and then these medium runners are all going to be at the back of them. So while you got the tires, use it. You can see it's boosting as well. So DRS will be enabled on the next lap. Do you want to wait that long? You can see getting a little bit off the throttle there is Josh, trying to not take too much out of his tires. Alright, and Josh does go on the inside, leaves space for Boinkies here, does it nicely. Move stick, so he is up into third. He's going to start chasing after Bob now. Bob all over the back of Speed now. DRS is enabled, so we're back to normal racing conditions. Arne is still in 10th, Hanku still in 11th. So Hanku, let's just go further down. Hanku is, let's just have a look. Yeah, he's at the back of Arne. He's trying to get past Arne Gijs. But you get the feeling that it is here Yaku, Nick, Grim, Boinkies, and Josh is catching Bob at the moment, and you can see Bob is close to Speed Alcoholic. Yeah, so what does Josh do now? What does Bob do? Do they just look after those softs and have a 4-lap dash at the end and hope the tires can hold on? We know that the softs go off very quickly. We know the mediums is a good race tire. We saw that in the beginning of the race. In the first couple of laps, or the first stage of the race, we saw that the mediums are really good. I tell you what, Grim is not holding back. He's burning up those rears. It's almost like the MotoGP bikes and burning up those rears. So he's got DRS. But Boinkies has also got DRS in front of him. Josh does not have DRS. No, he's not in DRS range. Of Bob yet. New fastest lap by Bob for 1:33.943. Right, so Boinkies doing a stellar job here. He is still sticking with Josh at the moment. He's not letting Josh go. And the mediums might just be the best tire to be on at this stage. Grim is also following Boinkies around. He's on that 5-lap old softs. Nick Gishan doing a great job here. He's currently in 6th. He's not letting them go either. He knows it might come to him, but unfortunately he's got that penalty for him. And with the guys being so close, he might lose 3 or 4 positions with that penalty. unfortunately. Hanku also with a penalty, Arne Gijs with a penalty. Yeah, which side is Bob going to go? Bob's going to go around the outside. Is he going to try to do the undercut here? Running a bit wide there, but got off throttle, so he should be okay. That shouldn't be a problem for him in terms of a warning. I tell you what, Boinkies is not letting Josh go here. Boinkies keeping that softs or that mediums. That mediums is starting to. There's still 3 laps to go, so can these softs hold on? We see Bob not getting past Speed Alcoholic. We see Josh not getting away from Boinkies and Grim not getting ahead of Boinkies. So, yeah, medium tire seems to be the right choice at the moment. Yeah, so Ricky and Shailen saying these soft should be okay. I don't think they're that okay. I think these guys, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's the race tire. We see Bob not getting past Speed Alcoholic. We see that Josh is not pulling away from Boinkies. We see Grim not getting past Boinkies on those mediums. And Nick is still sticking with him. Yaku is still sticking with him. So yeah, 3 laps left. You can see this DRS train from Yaku's perspective. He's not too phased by it. He's just switched it on. You guys can weave. I'll have a go. Let's see if he's going to run it on the inside. How late can Yaku? Ooh. That was a late lunge there by Yaku. My word, probably missed his braking point. But give Nick the space and give him the track position back again. So that's great by Yaku. No harm done. Grim has got past Boinkies now. And he's having a look at Josh. Ooh, is Josh battling at this stage of the race? Ooh, big touch by these two. And a left tap given back there by Josh towards Grim and say, hang on, I'm not going to get slapped around here. So Alba's out by these two and Boinkies just waiting. He's just saying, look, well, you guys get on with it. And the weaving starts. Josh, yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to defend this. No, he's not. Grim goes on the outside. Yeah, that's going to be difficult to defend, unfortunately. And yeah, Josh is down into 4th, Grim in 3rd, Bob still 2nd, still chasing after Speed. Boinky still hanging in there. So this is interesting between everyone here, basically from 1st up into 8th. So let's just have a look. What is that time there? So Boinkies does manage to get past Josh. Is those softs running away? Is this going to present an opportunity for Nick to get past? And Josh really battling to get those softs going now again. Further down the field, we've got Top Dog in 7th, Yaku in 8th, we've got Arnu still in 9th, Zero to Cool in 10th, Super D in 11th, and then Knight obviously lost connection. Ooh, and Grim running wide. Boinky is going on the outside. Ooh, this is going to be... Ooh. So, yeah, it just looks like these mediums are the tires. So there is going to be 1 lap left after this. And Arne is retired from the session. I'm not sure where that is. We're not going to see that, unfortunately. It looked like the bank corner. So Arne has lost it. I don't think there won't be a safety car right now. Probably just yellows. Virtual safety car. Or just yellows for this stage. But yeah, here we go. Boinky's leading the train. Yeah, this is the last lap. Not taking anything away from Speed Alcoholic. We haven't been with him for much the past couple of laps because it's been so tight in 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. But he is leading at the moment from Bob. Boinky's is now 3rd. He's now opened the gap up between him and Grim. Josh is in 5th. Alright, so just a couple of corners to go. This is, well, probably 2 corners to go for Speed Alcoholic for a win for him. It's the first round for him, so what a start to the season 6 for him. I see Yaku has gone past Top Dog. Is Nick going to have a go at Josh on the outside? Nick has got a 3-second penalty, so I'm not sure. This is probably just for bragging rights. Nick goes wide, gives space. Everyone gives space, so let's see, but let's get back to Speed Alcoholic. He crosses the line in 1st position. Great drive by him. Bob in 2nd. Boinky's a brilliant 3rd from all the way from the back of the grid. Grim in 4th. Josh in 5th. Yaku gets 6th position. Top Dog in 7th. Nigishan in 8th. Zero to Cooler 9th. Super D in 10th. So yeah, that was exciting nevertheless. Yeah, and Knight obviously not going to score any points because he got disconnected. So points will be scored up into 10th position. But what a race by Speed Alcoholic. He was so consistent on those hards. Put it for the mediums. Didn't get too disturbed by the safety car and made it work. Bob obviously in 2nd position. So my drive of the day, Boinky's. It's between Boinky's and Speed Alcoholic. Speed was so good on those hards in the beginning stages of the race, but yeah, Codemasters agree with me. Boinky's all the way from the back of the grid to 3rd position. What a drive by him. So there we go. You don't see a very impressed Ferrari driver. Yeah, not too impressed, but it is the Alfa Romeo who is on top spot with Speed Alcoholic. Great points for Alfa Romeo. 3 different constructors on the podium this evening in round 1. Yeah, but it is great to see Speed back on the podium again. Alright, so let's just confirm everything from our side. So there we go, confirmation on round 1, China. It is season 6, it's the first one of 12 rounds. It is Speed Alcoholic who walk away with a win. Bob in 2nd, Boinky's brilliant drive by him all the way from the back of the grid. Grim in 4th, Josh in 5th, Yaku Nachel in 6th, great recovery from him. Good recovery from Top Dog as well. Nigishan, difficult race for him. Hanku, difficult race for him. Super D, not the easiest. Arno down in 11th. Yeah, he had a DNF. Yeah, so points will only be awarded to 10th. Knight, unfortunately, got disconnected. And then Sims, we also lost with Hamrick. That's it from my side. Load shedding has finished basically by me. So thank you very much everyone for tuning in and FTR. It is up next week and we are next week in Canada. Wednesday night Division 2. Catch Weber Red 5 in Division 2 as he does comms there for FTR. And you can catch probably myself or Ron Skitter next week in Canada for Premier Division. Good night.